Welcome to the Love Clarity Podcast, where you come to heal your relationship trauma and learn to love deeply without losing yourself. Hello, love, and welcome back to the Love Clarity Podcast, where we gently name the parts of love that hurt so you can finally stop surviving and start feeling whole again. I'm Sanya Bari, relationship trauma therapist, coach, and survivor. And today, we're talking about something that many of us wear with pride until it leaves us empty. Loyalty. But what happens when that loyalty starts costing you yourself? Let's talk about the moment loyalty becomes self-betrayal and how to claim your allegiance to you. Maya sat across from me in session and said, I'm loyal to a fault. That's just who I am. She had been in a relationship for over 11 years. There was gaslighting, stonewalling, endless blame, and yet she stayed. She cooked, she fixed, she fought for the family. And when I asked her why, her eyes welled up. She whispered, because I don't quit on people I love. That really hit me because I know that kind of loyalty. I felt it. The kind that confuses staying with strength. The kind that calls suffering devotion. The kind that taught her that she was only as good as her ability to endure. That her worth comes by the goodness that she can provide, the service that she can provide, the benefit that she can provide to the ones that she loves. That she had to be the only one that had to save the chaos that she didn't create alone. But underneath her loyalty was a very quiet kind of self-abandonment. I wore the same badge for years, which is why it was so familiar to me when she came around. Loyalty was my crown. It was my identity, my proof that I was good. I stayed in places where I was disappearing. I stayed with people who couldn't meet me, who couldn't see me, and I told myself it was noble. It was somehow holy or loving. But one night, I heard myself say out loud to myself, if I keep betraying myself to stay loyal to someone else, am I even in the relationship I think I'm in? That moment, that question really cracked something open. Because what I was calling loyalty was really fear, dressed up in some type of virtue, wearing some type of a cloak, some type of a very heavy halo that was now becoming a noose. Here's the truth I want you to sit with. Loyalty is sacred, but only when it is first given to yourself. Only when it's mutual, only when it honors you too, not when it bypasses you. It is not holy to hurt in silence. It's not strong to disappear. It's not love to abandon yourself so someone else can feel secure or stay comfortable. Loyalty that hurts you, that requires you to be disloyal to yourself, is not love. It's a trauma response. It's a survival pattern passed down from generations of people who were told that leaving makes you selfish and staying makes you worthy. But no one ever told us that staying can also make you small and disappear, and silence can look a lot like self-erasure. And my understanding after years of working closely in my own life and supporting the lives and relationships of countless people who've gone through similar situations, similar circumstances, similar suffering, is that neither staying nor leaving defines your strength. Neither staying or leaving defines whether you're going to make it to the other side of this insanity that you're experiencing. True strength, true freedom is in pausing and turning towards the part of you that is in pain. Turning towards that part with loving when it feels abandoned and unloved. And by giving it loving, when it's hurting, where it's hurting, you dissolve it into love. You break down that connective tissue of pain and you create love, healing, and flow. How? Why? Because healing. What is healing? Healing is the act of loving the parts inside you that hurt. You find the part that's hurting and you bring love there systematically, healing it. True courage, true win, the true way to get on the other side of pain. To be a victor instead of a victim is to take the invitation the pain gives you and to heal yourself where it hurts by loving yourself where it hurts. To see pain as a portal out. Not something that blocks the way out, but it is the way out. So take a deep breath with me. And as you exhale, ask yourself gently, where have I called something loyalty? But in fact, I was actually betraying myself to keep it going. Who do I keep choosing while unchoosing myself? Where am I lying to myself? What does microscopic honesty with myself look like? What do I need to really hear from myself? You don't need to burn everything down to reclaim yourself. And you may have to, but you don't need to. You just absolutely need to stop leaving you behind in the name of love. To no longer consider something love if you are hurting yourself. Let your first loyalty be to you, to your clarity, and let your second loyalty be to your peace. And from there, you can still love. You can still stay if you want to, but stay for you. And if you leave for you. Because when you do that, you'll be doing it from alignment, not fear. So if you stay one day more than you want to in a place where you wanted to leave, first come into the ownership that you're doing it for you. And you notice that you cannot then leave. It's not about the leaving and the staying. It's about how do you work with yourself through this process. Are you with yourself? Or have you abandoned yourself and you're pointing to the world like I did? That this one hurt me and this one abandoned me. Now, if this landed in your chest, you're not broken. You're awakened. That's what it feels like. And that moment when you realize that your love doesn't need to cost you your self-respect, that's the turning point. When you start to realize that that pain that you were running away from is the portal out, that you actually don't need anyone so that you can get out. That getting on the other side of the pain doesn't have these decisions of, am I staying or am I going? It's about, am I going to be there for me? Am I going to use this pain for me or against me? Am I going to use this pain that feels like a wall, that feels like it's walled me out, to see that as the portal in, the portal through? We do this in the Love Clarity Inner Circle. Join us if you want. And if not, come right back here next Wednesday for your weekly clarity drop. And until then, I'm Sanya Bari. Lots of love to you from my heart to yours. Goodbye for now.